Welcome back to Amateur Game Review. Like always, I'm Zach. This is Randy, and today we are doing, surprise, surprise, you saw the thumbnail, High on Life. So, Randy, you really wanted to do this. I say we just jump in and let's just go for it.
You're the one who picked it out there.
Yeah, but after I'd played it, I was like, no.
You gave me two options. You said, hey, I just bought High on Life and Chain Echoes. Play both of them, we'll do one of them.
Yeah.
So I started Chain Echoes, aka Chrono Fantasy 9. It's got every major.
We'll do a video on that.
We're going to do a video on that, but it took every popular JRPG ever made and threw in all of it. Just mixed them together.
Yeah.
And then there's High on Life. Now, I've never watched Rick and Morty. So, I mean...
Really, that surprises me because that's your kind of humor.
Yeah, I've never watched it. I mean, Steph's got a couple of comic books, but I've never watched it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I played like 5 minutes. I was like, yep, this is the game. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So now this is your fault. So what exactly did you not like about this game? Because it is a shooter, which is your type, and I love this game.
I mean, that's basically going to be the whole video because it's going to take the whole video to explain. First off, let me say why I didn't want to review that, and that was because there's two things that I don't like. One, I don't like, this channel, our integrity is all we have. So I got to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And the second thing is I don't like getting yelled at on the internet. So when I come on here and I say I don't like this game at all, I don't want a bunch of backlash of people being like, hey, this idiot, he fucking sucks.
Take it easy on Zach. No, he's very sensitive. He gets his feelings hurt very easy.
Yeah.
So what did you not like about it? Because I know you don't want to not like it.
Okay, we'll touch on all the subjects, like we'll hit the gameplay, but let's start with this. Let's start with, there's one reason you buy this game and one reason only.
Yes.
That's the comedy. It was too much for me. Any review you watch on this game is going to say the same thing. They're going to bring up, oh, Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
There's a good reason for that because that's what this game is. It's like if someone took Rick and Morty, made a first-person shooter out of it, and didn't edit it.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, anything you want to do, just do it. We're not going to cut down anything.
I mean, it's a fair assessment.
Yeah, except for when it just becomes way too much.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, there's a lot of... I thought this game was hilarious. There was some parts of this game that were gold, like the whole detective mode thing was awesome. But I mean, there was a lot of it that didn't make sense, but I mean, I know what they were going for, and it's not a long game, but they tried to fill all of it up with that. And I respect that. I mean,
I will say it was surprisingly long.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be shorter than it was because this is Squanch Games. This is the first mainstream title, we'll say.
Yeah.
Not mainstream, major. It's a full game. Like, I paid $60 for it. I didn't play it on Game Pass.
It was a full price game that you bought. I didn't like.
But all their other games have been very short indie games, VR games mostly.
One of the guns actually makes a comment. Kenny, the main gun, aka Morty.
Yeah.
Makes a comment like, hey, you should go play this game. It's really good. Or if you like this one, play this one. They did try to fill the entire game up with pure comedy. Like, the story was like, and every character had their own lines. Some of them were awesome, some of them didn't. But, I mean, what I was surprised about was that the gameplay was actually really good.
Yes. Okay, so I will agree. The gameplay was really good for what I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
I think that's the key, though, is the gameplay was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like the best first-person shooter I've ever played, but everything worked. It just didn't, to me, it didn't feel amazing. Like, some of the guns just kind of felt like I was shooting Nerf darts at stuff.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I was pretty impressed with the gameplay.
I liked all the mechanics they added to it. Like,
there was a lot of movement abilities and stuff.
And then, like, the final boss did kind of, I don't want to spoil anything, but it kind of reminded me, remember Returnal?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit, like, the final boss was kind of Returnal-like, which was cool. I wish it had, like, extra bosses or, like, super bosses that had more of that type of gameplay at the end.
They made all kinds of references to making that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know. So we'll see.
Maybe in the DLC.
Maybe. But, like, the movement, like, they had everything. You had magnet shoes where you could climb on walls. You had the grappling hook. You had the jetpack. I mean, just everything. So,
yeah,
like,
the grappling hook sword was actually one of my favorite parts. I did enjoy that.
He was hilarious. Man. The knife was he's my favorite one too.
When it let me stab the random NPC that was like our friend,
yes,
I was like, okay. There were a couple times that like the game did get me. My biggest problem with it, is the sheer amount. It was like even when you did laugh at a joke, they buried it into the ground before they were moving on to the next one. But here was my major issue. Anything that you can think of, let's say enemies repeating lines, that becomes so much worse when it's the same long-running joke and they say the same thing. And it's like there's only so many lines they can say in a game. And then when you just keep repeating these really over-the-top dumb things. Like, I had to hear ants tell me how they're like, oh man, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were, like 1,200 times.
Yeah, I mean, but you have that in every game. You know what I'm saying? You can't just knock that one. Not every other game it does it.
No, it's a problem in every game, but my main problem is the commentary just being too much. If this comedy is for you, this game will be really good. But if it's not, it's going to aggravate you the whole time. This literally is the only game I've ever played, I think, which is based on whether or not you think it's funny or not.
Yeah, I will agree with that. If you don't, like, if you're not in it for the comedy, you probably won't play this
Oh,
game.
yeah.
There's better shooters
There's
out there.
no way the platforming and the gunplay is good enough to...
Yeah.
Like, if it isn't for you, it's not going to make up for it.
Well, unlike Zach, I do smoke weed.
Okay. So you enjoyed the game is what you're saying.
Yeah,
All
it was
right.
fucking
yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. The whole game is based off of if you like his humor or not.
Yeah.
Which
And if
that's
you
fine.
smoke weed, you're 90% more likely to find it hilarious.
Is that an actual statistic?
Yes.
There's only one more category really in this game.
Yeah,
Well,
we got
there's two. There's-
Gameplay, humor, and whatever you're about to say.
Yeah. Okay. Graphics. Like, the way
Graphics
that it looks.
Really good.
Okay, this is the one thing that we will agree on with this game. I was surprised at how good
Yes.
everything looked. Like the city and stuff. Some of it looked awesome. It was
Yeah.
obviously cartoony and man, it looked good. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if this is kind of the same as the gameplay, where it's just like I was expecting it not to look like a AAA game.
I wasn't either.
So
I just thought very,
think-
because I mean, it's cartoony by nature.
yeah, I don't
But
know
you
if
can still make good graphics, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. But I just don't know if it's actually that amazing looking, or if
No,
it was so
'cause
much
it
better than I thought it was going to be. That it seems like.
It reminded me how, you know, like Ratchet and Clank was cartoony, but it still looks really good.
Okay, it wasn't Ratchet and Clank good.
You don't think so?
No, Ratchet
They're
and
the
Clank
same
had.
type of.
Yeah, but like Ratchet and Clank, you could. Okay.
I mean, I don't have ray tracing and the reflections like they did, but I mean, it's same type of
Yeah.
same type of graphics.
Yeah,
That's all
okay.
I'm trying to say.
That's basically everything. So this is the part of the video where we usually just give our final thoughts and we'll let you know what we really think of it. I'll go first because mine's no surprise, but so
Zach don't like to hate games. He's
would-
afraid of the comments. He don't want the accountability that comes with it. Just say what you think, man. Come
no,
on.
I am gonna say what I think. I think I've said it like 5 times that basically if you get this humor, it's for you. I mean, I get the humor. It's not my thing, and I didn't like this game at all. I thought everything else was just average, and the humor just got on my nerves so freaking bad.
It's a sad day, Zach.
I was just ready to turn it off after like 3 hours.
We lost another one to the man. Zach actually grown up.
Why don't you tell them why I'm wrong?
I mean, if you're a normal person and you like to laugh, this game's gonna be for you.
That's it. There you go. That'll be the title. If you're a normal person and you like to laugh, this game's for you. Whatever. Listen, we're Amateur Game Review. Thank you for making it this far. I don't know how you did. If you like what we do, consider liking, subscribe to us, hit that notification bell. Do you have anything to add, Randy?
Save all the hate for me. Zach just can't take it.
God. You know what?